Where did the Giants go wrong? After doing what they did last season, after going into the playoffs, after getting a playoff win, moving on to the divisional round, we all thought this team was going to be better than what they are right now. Signing their quarterback to a $40 million deal, extending players, Dexter Lawrence, Andrew Thomas, adding players, Bobby Okereke, Darren Waller, and this team is worse off right now. Or are they really? Is it the schedule? Is it the team? Which one is it? Before we dive into that, man, make sure you subscribe down below. Road to 10K is active, man. Like the video if you're new to the channel, man. We've been talking about this Giants team all offseason. We were excited to see what they were going to do. Some more than others. I think I'm more on the optimistic side, and I definitely expected this team to be better than we're at right now. After 4 games, we sit at 1-3. And it's not about the record. It's not about being at 1-3. It's the fashion that we're losing. That's the problem. We're getting demolished by teams. When we lose badly right now. And these are some teams that we thought we'd be able to compete against. A team like the Seahawks, going into this upcoming season, I thought we were going to beat them. Going into that game, even after seeing what we did against the Cowboys and the Niners, I thought we had a chance to win. And if you watch that game, even Giants fans, even other people that really thought the Giants weren't going to win, if you watch that game, you know that game was close. And you know the Giants should have been able to pull out a W without Saquon, without Andrew Thomas. We've had some injuries, and that definitely plagued us a little bit going into the game. But I don't want to hear anything about that because the Seahawks had the same situation. We want to talk about our offensive line being hurt. Their whole offensive line was hurt. And yet our defense can't capitalize the same way theirs can. Is that on our QB? That's been the trending topic. If you haven't seen it, Dan Orlovsky did drop a video, and it was a small segment where he was talking about Daniel Jones, how he's creating pressures himself. Like, the offensive line is still bad, and they're still not blocking dudes. But there's some easy checks, easy reads, easy movements that Daniel Jones should be doing by now, and he's not doing it. And now, once again, appreciate everyone who supports me, man. Appreciate everyone that sticks out every video. I get comments every single time because I really thought Daniel Jones was going to take a next step. He took a step forward last season with a less weaponry, with 1 year into an offensive scheme. So who am I? Why? Like, shame on me for thinking that in year 2 of the same offensive system, in year 2 with more weapons, my quarterback wouldn't play better. I didn't imagine. I knew the offensive line wasn't going to be great, but I definitely didn't imagine it to be this bad. Now, do I blame them 100%? I do not, because I still look at what happened these past games, these games that we've been losing. And I've said it, Daniel Jones doesn't look like the same quarterback. Who we saw last season is who we're not getting this year. Last year, Daniel Jones was standing in the pocket, making throws, getting hit, and when he doesn't see anyone open, he's running and he's trying to take as much yardage as he can. That's what I seen from him last year. I brought this up multiple times. What I seen in that Jaguars game last year when I went and saw it in person, he was making throws to his guys. When his guys were dropping the ball, he just started running the ball. You saw him take over the game. Mistake-free football. We're 4 games into the season, and he already has more interceptions than he had all of last season. Everyone kills him for his turnovers, but something that wasn't talked about last season is that he threw the least amount of turnovers, the least amount of interceptions out of all the QBs last year. That was our quarterback last season. Now, going into this season, we expected a lot more different strides, and it really hasn't lived up to par, and once again, he doesn't look like the same guy. I don't know if the offensive line got to him. I don't know what it is, but he's bailing on the pocket very easily, very quickly. He's not looking downfield. When he takes off, he's either running or he's just going to end up taking a sack because he gets out a yard early from where the line of scrimmage is. You've seen that this past game. This isn't the quarterback that we had last year. And shame on us fans for thinking that it was going to be better. Shame on me for thinking that it was going to be better. Because why wouldn't it? Brian Daboll, the quarterback guru. Everyone says Brian Daboll is a quarterback guru. Right now, my quarterback ain't going through it right now. There is no level of play that's being raised up. Is that on Daniel Jones? Of course it is. I can't sit here and give him every single I can't say that every single mistake is not on him. Can't blame the offensive line for everything. Because once again, the offensive line wasn't good last season, but I saw what he did. I saw what he was able to do. He controlled the game. He ran the offense, and we won games. Right now, we're not doing that. And now we look at it, right? That Cardinals second half that we even won. Is that flukish? Last season with less talent, is that flukish? It's tough to look at right now. We're questioning everything. And we're still only 4 games into the season. But now everyone's calling for Caleb Williams. Now everyone's calling for Shedeur Sanders. I'm not going to address any of that until draft season comes. No matter if we're picking number 1 or we're picking number 18. Hopefully we still find a way into the playoffs. And I would sound like a madman to say that we will have a chance to go in, because starting off 1-3 is just not it. But I promise you, I will not be dropping no Caleb Williams, Shedeur Sanders, none of that talk until draft talk is happening. Until we're nearing the end of the season and we really see where things are shaping out. We're in the first week of October. Why are we even talking about this? New York is New York, and the fandom is the fandom. I understand all of that. We like to overreact. We love to be passionate about our team, and when things aren't going right, we want it to change very quickly. Seeing comments like this from Evan Neal is part of the reason why our fans feel the way they feel. New York Giants media is ruthless. And if you're going to make it in this league, if you're going to make it on the New York Giants, you can't take shots like that. Evan Neal making comments like that gives me least amount of hope for what this team can do. He's getting mad over booze. When have you seen the production that's being put on the field? Have they seen the final product that's being put on the field? And yet he's going to shame us for those things? Burger flippers, hot dog flippers. That's not how you go about things. And I'm not going to sit here and blame Brian Daboll for everything. But do players like this say this under Mike Tomlin? Do players like this say this under Pete Carroll? They've gone through tough stretches. Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell is just a whole different breed. But you get what I'm saying. Why are these things coming out? Why are these things happening? We've seen a take from Kayvon Thibodeau not too long ago that seemed a little on the edge. Evan Neal completely crossed that. And now, at the time of this video, he did already apologize for it. But when you're at the national stage like you are, you can't make those type of comments. You can't. You got to know where you're at. Especially you, knowing how you're playing, Evan Neal. Evan Neal is out here blocking Darren Waller instead of the defender. Oh, and it just so happens the defender pressured Daniel Jones and he threw a pick. It can't be coming from you. I promise you that. It cannot be coming from you. It's a tough time right now to be a Giants fan. If you're a Giants fan, I hope you've been soaking it in these past couple of days. You know, a lot of people are laughing at us. A lot of people are calling us clowns. But listen, it's a long season. I'm hoping to see improvement any way I can, because there's no way we have a way out of this $40 million contract that we gave our quarterback after 4 games. People are coming up to me. There's no way he's worth $40 million. We've been told you he's not worth $40 million. He's not worth 2 cents right now. It doesn't matter what kind of contract you gave him. Daniel Jones was going to be back. We had no other option. Whether it's $40 million, whether it's $4. Right now, he just doesn't look worth it in general. Never mind the price tag. We need him to step up. We need him to make the plays that he made last season. Because scoring 3 points at MetLife is not going to do it. It's not. They haven't seen a touchdown happen at MetLife all season so far, and we only seen 3 points be scored. It's tough to be a Giants fan, but I'm here to just say, let's turn things around. Let's wait game by game. And the only thing we can do is go up next and face whoever we got to face. We got the Dolphins next. We got the Bills next. We're looking at 1-5 staring right in front of our face. If this team had any resilience, if this team had any fight, if this team had any piece of DNA from last year's team, they're going to win one of these games. I promise you that. If they had any piece of DNA from last year, because last year they were pulling off these upsets. Last year they were keeping the game close. Last year they were making plays. This year you're just not seeing it. So we'll see if they change sides. Subscribe down below. Road to 10K is active, man. Like the video. If you haven't seen my other videos, I got more videos to the left right here. I will catch you on the next one. Stay tuned for more content. The only place to go is up from here. I'll catch you on the next one. Let's go, Big Blue.